Welcome back, everyone! We're back from our Christmas hiatus, and guess what? Of course, we have to talk about Star Wars tonight. But you know what? We're not talking about what you think we're going to talk about. Of course not. We're talking about Jar Jar Binks. What the hell? Hit the damn music!
Captain Fizz.
And greetings from the seventh ring of thunder. I, of course, am that Masked Guy. Sorry for yelling, folks. I'm used to our old system here, and
New year, new system.
New year, new system. So I can actually sing my voice a little bit.
Yes. Your wonderful, wonderful, wonderful voice.
My wonderful, wonderful, wonderful voice. Yes, indeed.
So wonderful world.
Anyways,
so
say it ain't true, man. We're talking about Jar Jar Binks tonight.
Yes, we are talking about Jar Jar Binks.
What the hell's wrong with us?
A lot apparently. I do have to point out that actually our next week episode we will be having a special guest, Darth Panda.
Darth Panda,
the darkest, baddest baddie out there. He's a panda and he's a Sith. Hey, but we're only talking about Star Wars. I have personally seen it 4 times myself. Yes, 4.
And I've only seen it 3 times.
Yes, I win this epic battle of Star Wars.
Though arguably, I did go off and see it twice with you, so...
Yes, arguably, no.
Yeah.
Only once counts because we were actually sitting somewhat side by side.
Yeah. I went and saw the movie at the same theater as you, although you did give me a free ticket, so...
Yes, I did. So yeah, if you haven't seen Star Wars, what is wrong with you? Where have you been? And how can we help lift the rock off you?
Yeah, no kidding. But seriously though, you need to go off see this movie. We're gonna try to keep this episode spoiler free, but next week we're warning you.
All bets are off.
All bets are off. I've already started writing up some interesting notes.
Yes.
For that one, so
I don't need notes. I have a noggin.
We're doomed.
Yes, we are doomed.
Oh God, guys, we missed you so much. 3 listeners. And before we get going, want to do a shout out to Fizz, not Captain Fizz, but Fizz, best known on Twitter as Unfizz. At Unfizz, yes, who we actually talked about in a previous episode.
And he better be listening because you are now my arch nemesis. I am the real Captain Fizz, and you are Unfizz. I don't know where on the spectral that we coincide, but you are my nemesis, and that is okay with me.
Well, I think the one thing you have on him is about 3 feet.
Yes, and I'm real.
Yeah, okay.
Not unreal. So if you're listening, Unfizz, well, we can undo the fizz. My noggin ran out.
Another big shout out for the show as well to Alex Carson, who is the host of Chikara in 15 minutes. He went off and had me on 2 weeks ago. Well, maybe not 2 weeks ago, but about a week and a half ago, to go off and to be on an episode of chatting with the Chikarmi, which is, of course, what we Chikar fans refer to ourselves. We're hoping to have Alex on in a future episode so he can talk a little bit about Chikara as well as Chikara
Yeah, yeah.
in 15 minutes.
I do plan to ask him one very important question. Is the Chikarmi related to the Red Army? It's a question that's been burning. I really need to get an answer to this, and he needs to come on our show and answer this.
Oh, Alex, if you're listening, man, I'm not sure you're ready for what's going to happen to you when you come on this show.
I am the real Captain Fizz for a reason. I steer this ship into whatever comes our way. I still have not, of course, gotten my ship back after my cohort decided to run away with it.
And I'm sorry, I went off and I had to pawn it for a microphone.
Right.
Yeah, so in fact, this very microphone that we're talking to you with.
Well, it's a very nice boat. So, obviously we had a wonderful, wonderful Christmas break, with Star Wars. Star Wars. But
how many sets of the cups have you got from Subway?
Almost 4 now.
Almost 4? I'm almost on my 3rd one.
I am officially Subwayed out.
I don't know how you could possibly be Subway out with the number of different options they have.
There is only so many options that real Captain Fizz actually likes. I like my steak, I like my pizza, and that's about as far as I go.
I'm sort of in the same boat. I definitely do not want to get anything that is bird related, so no chicken, no turkey, because of the holidays.
And no tuna.
I don't really trust tuna there.
I classify tuna as a bird now.
Well, it might be the chicken of the sea, don't you know?
Yes, it is. If you leave it long enough, it will fly away. I have seen it on many occasions. My neighbor, he opens his window, tuna flies out. Yeah. Free fishing. So obviously you had a wonderful Christmas break.
I did.
Our dying fans want to know what you had for Christmas dinner.
Probably the same thing that most of you guys had, and that was turkey.
Unfortunately, I also had turkey.
Before we go into
not because I don't like turkey. It's just sometimes chicken is best for Christmas. Just because I like to be completely, off of what everybody else does, and I may be unfizz. I don't know.
But before we go into Jar Jar Binks, I need to go off and rant and rave a little bit about the turkey. Exactly whose idea was it that we have to go off and have turkey for almost every major meal of the year?
See, I don't agree with that because for New Year's I had ham, along with a lot of other stuff that is liquid related. And I think for Easter I have rabbit because it just seems only fitting that on the day of the rabbit we have rabbit for supper. He tuckered himself out so much we cooked him.
We actually have a leg of lamb for Easter. Not that I'm not of the Jewish faith. It's just we happen to think that lamb is very fitting.
Lamb is very fitting any day of the year.
Well, of course, you're a big fan of lamb yourself.
Oh, absolutely.
So. But I wondered because, no matter how hard you try, turkey isn't necessarily the most delicious piece of meat that you can find. And I'm just wondering, why turkey? I will go off and I have been known to baste this particular bird for almost 24 hours.
See, there's a reason why everybody chooses turkey. And that reason is...
It's big.
No, not only because of the size. Bigger is not always better. But the turkey is usually so dry, you can throw anything you want on the turkey and nobody will complain. Because
cranberry sauce.
I usually throw cranberry sauce on there. I don't throw gravy. That's Neanderthal.
Hey, this is a very barbaric society that we live in. Come on, any society that requires most people to shave, not you and me, of course, but most everyone else.
See, I am Canadian, so I apologize to my turkey before I carve it, and then I apologize to it before I eat it, and then I laugh like hell as I'm eating it.
See, I'm part American, so I just go off and
you just stab it 50 million times.
I stab it 50 million times. Blame it on the police, and eat the turkey.
Wait. You blame the police for the fact that you're eating turkey.
No, I'm blaming the police for the turkey being killed.
Fair enough. I don't know where your logic on that is, but we will.
I think Americans understand.
Okay.
Hashtag turkeys' lives matter.
Oh God, we will not start a new Twitter handle thing. This is not 2015. We do not start Twitter stuff.
Yes, we do. We should.
We should.
Just for the show, though.
Yes, just for the show. I am going to start a Twitter handle. It is going to be Real Captain Fizz is not unfizz. I am tired of being, confused with what appears to be a very wonderful person who is not me.
For those people who don't know, at Unfizz, Fizz is, I'm not even sure if he's legit. I don't know. Are you a legitimate lil person, or is your character just a lil person?
I'm gonna have to message him and figure this out. We're gonna get him on the show so people can go.
Oh God, we really do. We need to get him on the show. That would be just hilarious.
Just so people know that I am not unfizz. This toast character needs to really, get stuck in the toaster.
I don't even want to talk about toast.
But anyways, okay. Jar Jar Binks.
Jar Jar Binks. Yes, let's get it on here.
Yes,
or whatever here.
Yes. Okay. To all of you who know Star Wars, and if you don't know Star Wars, I feel sorry for you. You all know and loathe and hate and despise Jar Jar Binks. But it now appears there is a reason for that despisal. Apparently, and don't quote us.
This is actually
this is a theory.
This is a theory that a gentleman by the name of Vincent Valentine went off and actually posted a video on. So we actually went off and watched this video a couple times to kind of get some of the points from his apparently his theory that Jar Jar Binks is in fact the true Sith Lord from the prequel trilogy, and because of the backlash against Jar Jar Binks in Episode 1, George Lucas didn't go off and do some particular storylines with him.
Yeah, no, and there's definitely a lot of similarities between Jar Jar Binks and a Sith Lord, or even a Sith. Period. He doesn't actually have to be a Sith Lord. He definitely seems very powerful enough to be a Sith Lord, and yes, okay, he was a klutz, he was ditzy, he was stupid, he was unintelligent, he was whatever name you really want to call Jar Jar Binks, but he basically, you look at how he was able to fight the droid army and destroy them better than I think any Jedi could in his drunken, bambling ways. And that, basically, his style of fighting goes to Zequan, which is Zequan, which is martial arts. It is basically also known as Drunken Fist, which I think many of us have dealt with this.
Honestly,
in different forms.
So when I heard this, I immediately thought of the Jackie Chan movies, Drunken Master. And so if you guys have seen the movie Drunken Master, you might have a slight idea of what we're talking about. And there's definitely some aspects to Jar Jar Binks' shall we call it, fighting style that were definitely very reminiscent of a drunken master.
Yeah, no, and he always knew what he was doing. And there was always a certain suspicious nature of him. Not because you thought he was up to no good, but it just, none of it seemed to quite place right.
It just, if you go off in it, you need to go and check out the prequel trilogy, unfortunately. In particular, you need to go back and look at The Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones, because Jar Jar Binks has almost no presence whatsoever in the Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, and actually, if you look back at the original trilogy, when they did this huge reveal of Darth Vader at the very start, they almost kind of made him, obsolete in the second movie as a build-up to the third movie. And the way they did this, it looked like they were planning this with Jar Jar Binks, is the exact same way with the second trilogy.
Well, I think, I mean, not so much, I don't think Darth Vader was so much obsolete because he was still front and center, but then they started, bringing stuff like we knew going into the first movie, or of course, I'm talking about New Hope. To me, that is always going to be the first, the pre